It's the Bro Show. It's Lucas and Jacob. LOL.
Oh, so you're gonna come out as someone who burps?
Yeah, I kind of want to incorporate that more into the podcast.
Oh.
Burps, farts,
Like
just snot.
Oh, if you want to sound cool, belching? Isn't that another way to say it?
That's how rich people say it
I
in movies.
remember, I think one of the first times I heard it was Wendy Williams saying it.
Oh, and she gives that vibe of rich girl in the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, we should start doing that more.
I miss Wendy Williams. I used to watch it every single day on YouTube. I never watched the broadcast on TV, I'll admit. I watched it when she re-uploaded it to YouTube. And I'd only watch the Hot Topic segment. I don't know. Did anyone actually watch that full show? Because I remember one time I attempted. And towards the end, it's just her doing these cooking segments and stuff, which is cute, but I'm more of her the Hot Topics.
So when I was in high school, I kind of remember going to the YouTube channel and watching a lot of the segments. Like I've probably watched a handful of the segments where they bring in a dietitian or something and they make a chicken salad or something. And I always remember that's what made me like it. She seems so into it. Like I remember the cook or whatever would say, "This is a chicken salad. It has walnuts, cranberries." And I remember she would say, "Oh, during lunch, can you bring this to the lunch place?" Like,
and you know she's not even capping. Like it isn't a baseball cap moment, Ellen thing with the Dakota Johnson. Like she actually will be eating that chicken salad during the lunch break.
Yeah, for sure. One time I was at Planet Fitness and Wendy Williams was playing on the TV. And just to preface where it was playing in front of all the Smith machines. So I feel like Planet Fitness knew, like back in 2019, like, oh, the people that want to watch Wendy Williams are the people that are doing like these heavy squats on the Smith machines. Oh, they just knew. And there's only like 2 TVs in that section in the Planet Fitness I was at.
I could see they did studies where they were like, okay, play NFL, play Texas Walker Ranger. But then they realized, oh, nowadays it's just gays doing squats and stuff and these bitchy girls and these bitchy gays, and they want to watch bitchy TV of people talking shit about celebrities. So they put on Wendy Williams. Like they realized the clientele of the gym had changed.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
Because they started looking at the people doing the squats, and the people doing the squats are like this one Reddit video that Lucas showed me. I don't even know how to describe it. You had to be there. It's not really funny referencing something like that because you guys don't even understand.
Oh,
it,
yeah, that one Reddit video. You guys get it. They get it, I feel like.
It was this guy that was doing a squat. But, okay, first of all, making fun of someone's gym technique sounds like this is actually a bro podcast. And we're absolutely Jake Paul douchebags. Like, I am fully giving that vibe right now.
No, this should be the first podcast where we enter the podcast manosphere. Like, we will become alpha male podcast people.
But it was this guy, he had the bar in his, like, upper back or whatever, your shoulder blades. And he would just move his back up and down. It was just so funny.
Oh, you knew kind of like in like a cunty way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the whole vibe of Planet Fitness.
But now I'm just in this vibe where like I actually just felt bad for him. Like he was at the gym and someone filmed him doing that, but I hope it was a joke.
I'm pretty sure this is how deep I went into this video. Like algorithms are so good nowadays. Like if you interact with the video, like I watched it and then I showed it to you and then I got an update. I'm pretty sure I got an update and they said, yeah, like he's just trying and like his friends were spotting him and they were saying like, go him for trying and go the friends for like supporting him. But then I'm wondering like, wait, so who filmed it though? Because like were they pretending to film it out of support?
I know, and then they uploaded it to the gym Reddit saying, this bitch.
They can't even squat.
I know.
But happy Thanksgiving. If you're watching this the day it comes out, you better be prepping your little ingredients, getting the turkey all good. Hopefully you didn't get a butterball turkey because apparently some effed up stuff was happening in those factories from the little headlines I've read. I haven't read an article because it's disturbing. And happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
I'm just going to assume only Americans are watching. And if you're not American, you still are celebrating Thanksgiving. I'm just kidding. Do you think I know other countries don't, but do you think there's anyone in like Germany who like is so into America that they're kind of celebrating it too?
Well, what I was going to say is if I did live in another country, I would celebrate Thanksgiving because why not have a day to be a fat ass? Like,
oh, it's just fun.
Even if I feel like I would always celebrate Thanksgiving because it's like, oh, I want to have one day where you can't call me out saying, "Yo, binger, I'm gonna give you. You need to go on psych meds because you binge food." Like, I want one day where I can do that and no one hates.
I know no one's commenting on every little thing.
Saying, you're binging. Like, I just want one day where I can binge.
I know. It's usually if I do on a non-Thanksgiving day, if I do start to go and eat more than I usually do, people around me start adding it up on my fitness pal, and then they show me and say, "Are you sure?" And it's like, oh, leave me alone. Like, that's why I love Thanksgiving. It's the one day where my fitness.
Alone.
The one day where my fitness pal goes out of business.
Leave me alone.
Oh, that's the whole vibe of my life. Like, leave me alone. Because people just won't.
I know. It's like, leave me alone.
Actually.
I actually don't feel that out, to be honest. But
the thing is, I'm pretty sure Canada has their Thanksgiving day where they eat a bunch and we don't even do that day. So the non-Americans are like, I think when you don't live in the country, you just don't give a shit. Like, if I was listening to a podcast of these British people saying, "Oh, British Thanksgiving," I'd be like, "Oh, this is cute. Like, I'm down to listen," but I really wouldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? I think that's how they view American Thanksgiving. It's like, we don't care.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, what I just said was just a full-on lie, because I know I wouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. And also, like, even if I, but Thanksgiving is one of those holidays where I'm not even lying, guys. I actually wouldn't care if I didn't celebrate it this year. Like,
Don't!
No, I'm down to, like, hang around the family and stuff, because that's so nice, but if for some reason, like, it wasn't Thanksgiving at Turkey and stuff, I actually don't think anything in my body, my brain would be affected, because I just don't care that much about Thanksgiving. But, okay, but with that being said, I love Thanksgiving, but I don't care enough where it would actually affect me if it didn't happen.
Yeah, no,
But,
I feel like I do need it every year. Because first of all, the story of Thanksgiving is so beautiful. I'm just kidding, but it's just the stuffing, the corn casserole, the pumpkin pie. Like, I actually do feel like I don't really think about it, but if suddenly it got taken away and I didn't experience that yearly, I think I would be lost.
I get what you're saying in the aspect of these holidays and stuff. I feel like one of the reasons why they're even a thing in today's culture is to keep people grounded. I could see if everyone stopped celebrating Thanksgiving in the US, there'd be even more insanity. Just because there's nothing to latch onto. I feel like as humans, we need little things to latch onto. So we feel like, I'm just picturing this world. This is what I'm picturing in my mind, by the way, when I picture us latching onto things. So gravity isn't a thing. We're all starting to float in the air. And we have little sponges. And I put one hand on the ground, and that's Thanksgiving, and that's one sponge to keep me held.
So
and
at
then
least
I
you're
put
kind
one
of
foot
grounded.
on Christmas, 1 foot on Easter. And then, so at least I don't get sucked up. But if there was no sponges, we would actually be sucked up.
Oh my God, it'd be like that Willy Wonka scene where they fly towards that fan.
Yeah.
I never understood that scene, because don't they eventually get to the top? But then they find out, like, well, they found out they can burp their way down. But I swear, like, when you look at the top of that scene, I swear I remember I wasn't that scared, because I was like, you wouldn't have to get sucked up into that fan. You know?
Yeah.
Do you even remember the scene? It's from the original.
I do remember them getting floating up, but I don't remember this fan and stuff. That's why I was saying yeah in a way where, like, I wasn't fully paying attention. I was paying attention. I just don't fully remember the fan scene. It's one of those, I feel like I've seen so many movies, and the biggest thing I remember from that movie is all these people sleeping on one bed, and it's so much fun.
Oh, yeah. No, the original Willy Wonka, I think I remember it so vividly, because that wasn't watch it in the movie theater. I don't even know. I don't even think I was alive when it came out, but it was the vibe of every week watch it one time. Like, that was... And before you were born, and me and the older siblings, like, we had these VHS tapes, and we would just rewatch those movies over and over. And, like, we didn't even hate it. You know how nowadays you would hate that because you would think there's so many other options, but back then, like, we didn't have that much because we didn't have streaming services.
There wasn't streaming services when I was younger either.
So we just had it, but you had Redbox. I guess we also had Blockbuster, but, like, I'm just saying, like, it was really hard. But, like, we didn't know it was hard, so we just watched those 30 movies over and over, and we were thankful for it. Which brings us to Thanksgiving.
Oh,
so
really nice.
Jacob and I both compiled lists of things that we're thankful for, and we're going to go through this. And I know right now you're thinking, okay, I'm clicking off. Because you're thinking we're going to talk about I'm thankful for my health. Like, that's not my list. I'm assuming that's not your list. Like, basically, this is just a fun way to bring up topics.
I mean, isn't this low-key just this is more of just a thing where we're just going to say, we like this, we hate this. It's basically just saying, like, what we think about pop culture. Honestly, not really, but kinda. But
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have something
Pop
to
culture
mention.
podcasts.
Something I don't like and I'm not thankful for is JonBenét Ramsey. So,
Oh my God, I watched the first episode of the Netflix thing last night.
So I haven't watched any of it, and I'm probably not gonna watch any of it.
You're boycotting?
No, I'm not boycotting. I just don't want to watch stuff like that because I feel like these crime documentaries and stuff like they're too real for me. But I do just want to do a little disclaimer or something because I was talking to a mom because she did watch the whole thing.
She already watched the whole thing? Didn't it come out yesterday?
I don't know. Somehow she watched the whole thing.
She
I
is a
think.
queen. She needs to like start a commentary channel. She watches every documentary and she has so many opinions. Like, start putting these opinions on YouTube and make money off them.
I know, facts.
Ugh, I'm always thinking about money. Anyway, continue.
Facts. Okay, so she was telling me about it and how the family was speaking and stuff in the documentary. And I just want to apologize for previous statements that I've made in the podcast years ago. Because I remember me saying, and I'm just assuming I said this, but maybe I didn't say it on the podcast, but I'm assuming I did. Yeah, it was probably the brother or something. It was probably someone in the family. And I just want to take back all that because I just realized yesterday that if I was in one of these murders and stuff and people just assume you did it because you were close to someone or something, I just think that's messed up. And this is obviously not me actually being like, what I did was horrible. I'm just saying that I just feel like accusing the family and stuff is a little bit gross in my opinion, even though I literally did like 2 years ago, not even that long ago. And all I'm saying is that I don't believe that anymore. And it just this is nothing like Sandy Hook, but thinking about the people in Sandy Hook, it made me think like...
Oh, the people who deny it.
For like a second yesterday, I was like, wait, I didn't know it, but I'm Alex Jones? But
Because you were accusing the parents.
Well, I think I thought the brother did it. I thought but basically, our mom was telling me about it, and from what I've heard from our mom, I just think accusing the family might not be the right thing to do.
Yeah, no, I've done that for sure in the past. Like said, oh, the mom did it, the dad did it, the brother did it, LOL, like Kiki, let's queen out over all this, but it's wrong, and I apologize. And I just watched the first episode, and oh my God, it like was so First of all, you think you know everything about the case. I don't know if I just forgot it or like they're actually telling us new info, but I understand why this was such a media sensation because what the hell? Like, the whole thing is just weird as fuck. And like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I kind of get why everyone turned on the family just because the thing doesn't make any sense. Like, even I actually think they are innocent because otherwise they would have like found out it was them by now, I would assume. But like, it makes sense that they thought they did it because the whole thing is just topsy-turvy upside down. Because, oh my God, and the funniest thing about accusing the family, I bet you this would even happen today, but I can't believe this was even a thing. One of the one police officer or detective or whatever who was in the household when they found the body, she went on a TV show the next week and said, so I think I know who it is. She said, yeah, the dad was very odd. And like, the way she was doing it just gave such an annoying vibe. And I'd come if she actually just went on TV and like, wouldn't that be blowing up the case anyway? Like, shouldn't she be actually doing work on the case in private and trying to solve it? Like, not doing an interview and giving a little team moment. Like, I understand you want to like do a whole team moment and everyone wants to have that moment on Wendy Williams. But when you're trying to solve an actual murder case for a family, like, maybe just hold off, you know? Couldn't she have, I know that wasn't FaceTime back then, but I was going to say, like, couldn't she have FaceTimed a few friends and done the whole team moment? Like, you don't have to go on national television.
That's another thing that I've thought about the JonBenét Ramsey case and with other murder cases. This is the thing that it's sad to say, but it's honestly the truth. And this person that you're talking about, this detective, proves my point. Okay, so with these cases that become so big, no one actually gives a F that someone died. Someone actually died, and that's actually so sad. But just think about it. Think about all these clips, even us talking about it a few years ago. We aren't doing this vibe of someone died. It's more the vibe of who did it. Let's find out.
It's all just a little. It's like they're playing an app. They're playing a game on the app store and trying to solve it. LOL. Oh my gosh. Okay, who do you think did it? Let's compare notes.
Yeah. So then, just with stuff like this, it just I actually get why people are interested, but it just makes me realize literally no one takes anything seriously, and also people act like they care about so much stuff, but they actually don't care. Like people are like, oh, we really need to find out who did it, but it's probably the dad. But then it's like, I feel like people don't care. They just care more about like starting a whole like keeping up with the Kardashian series, which I get it. You want entertainment, but it just is fun to me realizing like, oh, everyone's just one big cop store.
I know, it's just a capathon.
No, yeah.
No, but I just can't believe that was the police officer / detective she was the one like professional at the house when that happened. And like relatively soon after this happened, she went on the news and did a whole interview accusing the dad. Like, what? And then also like the things she was saying, like she said, okay, so he was casually just going through the mail. She said, before we found the body, he was just going through the mail in the kitchen. Like, what a psycho. Like, he's not even sad that his daughter died. And then the dad, they interviewed the dad currently, and he was like, we found a ransom note when we woke up. So I was going through every paper material in my house. I was going through the mail. I was going through paper in the drawers because we found a ransom note. So I'm trying to find other notes. Meanwhile, she's just sitting judging him. You know what I mean? It's like, girl, maybe you should be looking for notes too.
Yeah, I actually can't believe that happened. And then this makes me also think that all of these things that we've heard about it, how do we know if it's even true? Like I'm talking about more about the conspiracy side, like, because I think later in the documentary they talk about things that a lot of people believe that actually aren't even true.
Oh my God. So I'm
like
going to get to that.
One of the things I guess they mentioned, I haven't watched it, but I think they mentioned something about a lot of people say, but there was no footsteps in the snow. How would there be a dead body in someone's basement? There's no footsteps leading to the window or anything. And now I guess what they say in the Netflix documentary is it wasn't even snowing, so that's just one big lie. But I actually remember hearing that before. So then it just makes me...
And that's a fact. Like, we considered that a fact.
Yeah, so then it just makes me think that the only way to actually know is to... Well, I was going to say talk to the police, but if you talk to the police for this case, they're just a bunch of people doing a podcast. So
I know that's so funny because you realize like the police are just regular people. Like some of them want to just be little tea spillers. That even happened with the bling ring case. Like one of them ended up like giving all this like confidential information to these reporters because they just get caught up in the moment. Like I've heard similar stories to this where people just get caught up in the moment with the press, like these regular people, and they end up just ruining stuff. But what was I gonna say? Oh, back to but I was thinking how the JonBenét thing happened in the 90s, and they just went through official media sources to do all of this weird conspiracies. But nowadays, if anything happens, all these TikTok videos about it, and everyone trying to get likes on TikTok. If you say the most crazy thing about the case, like your video is gonna get boosted. Like I feel like it's a whole new can of worms.
Oh, definitely. Like with this whole like conspiracy, like if let's say another JonBenét alike case happened where a lot of people are fascinated by it, I actually think it would be worse today for whoever's involved in it.
Because wasn't there like a thing in a sorority house or something? I remember our sisters were talking about it.
But then again, I could see this way it could be better. Don't you feel like back then, this was in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
People cared about stuff for long over. Don't you feel like nowadays people get over things in like literally 3 days?
Oh, yeah.
So it could be good in that. Like it could be less bad in that scenario where people only care about it for 48 hours and then they just move on to the next thing.
Also, I was thinking when that detective went on the news and said all these things about the dad, I was thinking if only that was today, because then he could have gone on TikTok Live that night and like actually said, okay, why did they go on the news and like say all this stuff about the case that we're still trying to solve? And like he could break down everything they said and give his counterpoint, and immediately it'd be given to the public. So I feel like that is a good thing about TikTok.
Yeah, just social media in general.
Yeah.
But then
so
again,
that's your first thankful thing then, JonBenét?
Oh no, I want to say I'm just that's
you're not thankful
I'm
for
not
it.
Thankful for.
Okay.
So I wanted to start it out with negativity.
I have something I'm not thankful.
It's cool that they made that documentary. I'm just not thankful that I said that in the past. I feel so bad.
Well, you know what? We are all evolving, and all you can do is own up to your mistakes and move forward. There's no going backwards. There's no going back 2 years and deleting the podcast. I guess we could delete the podcast, but we still want to get views from it, so we aren't going to. But yeah, there's no deleting the past, so we're just going to keep going forward.
Yeah. And I decided yesterday that although I thought maybe I could have a career being an Alex Jones person, I'm not going to pursue that.
You aren't going to college for that anymore?
Well, I'm not going to pursue it on the internet anymore. I was thinking about maybe becoming an InfoWars person, but I'm not going to anymore.
Oh my God, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, because I did kind of believe that one theory that they're saying. I remember hearing
Was
a
this
few
about
years ago.
frogs are turning gay?
Yeah, I do kind of believe that the frogs are turning us gay. So I was kind of like, okay, Alex, I get what you're saying. I'm just joking. Let's move on to the next thing.
But I'm going to start it with something I'm not thankful for as well. This happened last night. Speaking of TikTok, the TikTok podcast. I was watching, for some reason, so many times on my TikTok now is lives. It's because I actually watch them, and I feel safe watching the lives on the For You page. Because when you're watching a live on the For You page and it says tap to join, and I thought, okay, I'm safe outside. I'm never going to tap to go in because I don't want to say Lucas joined. So I thought I was always safe on this other side of the live. So I was watching. So it's all these random people. I went through a bunch of psychics. Psychics were giving readings, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then it went to like some, there's all these guys like trying to be hot on there. I don't know if they're selling content or what their goal is, maybe just to make a few extra dollars at night. But it's like these muscular cowboys. And I was watching one of them just saying, what is he going to say? And literally, I only watched for 10 seconds. And he said, welcome in, Lucas. And I was like, immediately scrolled. I was like, wait, I thought I was protected by never clicking into these lives. But it turns out they see you joined.
So with that
Unless it was a coincidence, there was another Lucas who joined. But like, I'm just saying, you guys, you aren't safe on the For You page with these lives. And the thing is, you aren't even searching them out. The For You page gives you them. So like, you're just immediately joining.
Yeah, that actually does suck.
Yeah, so
'Cause
that's
you
something
can't
I'm not thankful for. That TikTok doesn't keep you safe.
I know. I don't. It's more fun. Like, that's why these social media platforms like Reddit and like just making fake YouTube accounts is more fun. Like, I like being more
I
anonymous.
don't know, maybe I need to start using my burner TikTok account more.
I know. I think I'm gonna create a bono everything.
Oh yeah, just never be on your real social media.
Well, I was gonna create a bono Twitter, but then they started hiding likes, so I was like, finally, I can start liking all this MAGA stuff that I agree with secretly. I'm just joking, but
You agree with secretly.
I'm just joshing.
It'd be funny you so badly. Like, even if that was true, like, you so badly want to like it. Like, why would that even matter if you like it?
Because it does.
But I actually do like how Twitter hides likes, because even if I see just like a cool, like, spiritual thing or like some thread that's really helpful, I like liking it, but I like knowing that I'm not like, it's not posted for people who follow me saying I liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so with my Twitter, I actually did, like, even before they had likes, I decided I'm just gonna like stuff that I think is funny, because before that I didn't like anything, but I was like, I want to keep seeing this shit.
Oh, that's true. Train the algorithm in your favor.
So for me, like, I actually didn't even care if my likes were public, because I was like, even if I do like something weird, I don't care. But yeah, I do get what you're saying though.
Oh yeah, no, I care. I care.
Do you remember in school during Thanksgiving when you'd create a turkey and like each photo would be stuff you're thankful for?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when some people would be like, and maybe it was you or me, say, this is so hard, I can't think of anything. And you only had to think of like 10 things.
They're so ungrateful they couldn't think of anything.
But do you remember there'd be people like that?
I do. That brings me, I think I've already talked about this on the podcast, but that reminds me of the kids during confession in Catholic school, who they would say, so confession's all about confessing sins. They would say, but what if you've never sinned? And it's like, okay, you're a sinner. Just like all of us, you've sinned, even though we're only in second grade. It's like, I never had a problem thinking of anything, because it's also like, just make up shit. Like, say I was mean to my mom, I yelled at my dad, I didn't do my chores. It's like, get creative. But I always wondered, like, do those people actually think they never sinned? It's like, you are a dirty sinner.
That's the thing, is that when you really think about the Catholic Church and other religions, like, if your family was really into it, wouldn't the whole goal be to never sin? Never to sin? So then I could believe that they do believe that they never would have sinned. Because the whole thing is like, if I sin, I'm going to hell, so why would I sin? You know?
But maybe they just considered sins to be like murder, like these horrible things. Because I was always like, because I remember I always just thought like, oh, everyone sins every day. It's just normal, because then you just go to confession and it all goes away.
Yeah, but couldn't you see some families are like, oh, if you sin, you're going to go to hell. So then I get why they would believe they never sinned.
Yeah, but there's always these annoying people. Like the people who you're talking about, say, I can't think of anything that I'm thankful for. Like those people.
Yeah, it's just so funny having to think of 10 things that you're grateful for, and those kids saying, I just don't know. What?
Okay, maybe they just took it too seriously. I feel like, because me with confession.
That's what I was going to think.
Yeah, because with confession, and like obviously I somewhat took it seriously in second grade, but also at the same time, I never viewed it that serious. I was always like, okay, like this is so easy. Like you just, like I said, you kind of like make up things. Like you say, I didn't listen to what my mom said. I didn't clean my room. Like you'd start being on a roll. It'd start snowballing. Same with this. If I had to do this turkey thing for school, it's like, I don't really give a shit. So I'm just going to say like food, shelter, my parents. Like it's so easy to just like keep coming up with the new things. But maybe some people were like, oh, this is my last thing I'm ever going to say of things I'm thankful for or something.
I do kind of remember feeling that at times. Like for like little projects like this, I remember thinking like, I can't put this because everyone else is going to put it. So I do kind of get why some people thought that in that aspect.
Because remember, I've already told you this, but there was people in my Catholic school who would actually be crying after confession. Because they'd say, I feel so bad. But I remember just being like, ain't that serious? But like, I understand it was supposed to be, but...
Did you know there's a priest on Cameo that does confessions and they're actually a priest?
Wait, you just give your confessions
and then
live?
you would say it and then he would react to it and tell you what to do.
Oh my gosh, that'd be fun.
So like if you're a priest and you want to make some bags, I just made that up, but
I was gonna say, I'm like, that'd be against the Catholic Church, like taking money for it.
Oh yeah, it would. If that was, I think it would be someone that like maybe was trained as a priest, but then they stopped believing all of it, so they just did a joke, or they just it's just one big troll. I bet that there probably is some part of the internet has that.
Okay, it's so interesting seeing priests in the wild. Like I was driving the other day and priests were crossing the street, and I remember I was looking at them and they were wearing like this dress thing. You know how they were like that? Like they have this long flowing cape but it's like a dress in a way.
Yeah,
I love who
it's
designed
like a
this?
nightgown kinda.
And then remember one time we went to Walmart and we saw like a whole gaggle of priests.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were being bussed around like from their school or something, but they were like young priests.
Yeah, because whenever I think of pastors and priests, I always think of people like 50 plus, but I think you probably could be a priest when you're like 30 because I think you have to like study and like you have to study for so long, but you probably could be it by the time you're like 28 or something maybe.
Oh yeah. So...
Oh, I also wondered like what Thanksgiving school lunch. I didn't really know. This is a thing that probably a lot of people have experienced because some of our sisters have said their kids have Thanksgiving school lunch. So it just is a thing that a lot of schools do, I guess.
They all said they were grossed out by it though.
I remember my vibe was like, oh, this turkey is very gummy and like it's not turkey that you have at your house, but...
Yeah, remember I never really liked the turkey, but I liked the potatoes, mashed potatoes, stuffing, all of that.
Wait, they had stuffing? I thought it was just potatoes.
I think it was a little tiny scoop, maybe. You got to have stuffing for the Thanksgiving dinner.
I just remember potatoes and turkey and gravy, but there probably was stuffing, and I'm just forgetting about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just remember...
I might have made it up.
Yeah, I remember my vibe was like, I get it. But I'm not like the biggest fan.
I remember one time I was in lunch line in like 3rd grade next to this girl during the fried chicken day. And she was saying, oh my gosh, I love this. Are you going to get dark or white chicken? Because like they have like the thighs or the breasts. I remember just being like, I don't get it. Like this grossed me. It just grossed me out. Like I liked fried chicken from KFC, but when it was actually like homemade at the school, it just didn't hit as hard as the KFC fried chicken.
I remember when I was little, I always found it so gross when people would say, do you like dark or light meat? Because... I just remember like I just found that so
I think that's what turned me off because I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing before you said that, and now I'm so grossed out. Ugh. But one of the things that I'm thankful for is the word shoddy.
Shoddy like a melody in my head and I can't keep go. Got me singing like na 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 every day. Like my heart beats up on replay. Wait, like your heartbeat stuck on replay?
It's iPod.
That's what I thought it said, but I was like, would I know?
Heartbeat came out of my soul when I was singing. I actually heard that song live because I went to this rich girl's 20th birthday party or something when I was like 21. And she had Iaz. How do you say his name? Iaz? Iaz?
I don't know.
She had Iaz perform. And I remember thinking, I never would have sought out a concert of him, but I'm like, this is amazing. He played Replay. And then, oh my God, there's a lot of pretty gals in this city. There's a lot of pretty gals in this town. Gotta pick the right one.
Who is that with again? Because we literally just listened to that song, I'm not joking, a week ago because we were like, we need to change up the vibes. So then we started playing like Iaz and stuff. But it was him and Travis McCoy? Maybe.
Something like that. But no, we thought of playing Iaz because we were at this thrift store after filming one of Jacob's videos. And this guy was running the thrift store and he was jamming to all these songs. He played Iaz and he was jamming like, and I was just thinking, oh my God, like, yeah, we got to start adding Iaz to the replay because it is such good vibes. Then he even played I started hearing Jesse McCartney playing like,
okay.
You gotta tell him that I'm leaving. And there was like this guy who was just jamming, like he was just fully dancing at the cash register. And I was just inspired.
That's something that I'm thankful for that I didn't write down. Knowing that we have the ability, and I'm also thankful for people that use this ability so often in their lives because they're so inspiring. You have the ability to create your own vibe, even when you're amidst or whatever, all these other people. He was the cash register guy. I don't know what that job is called. And there's literally probably 20
just
people
called
in
cash
this.
register guy.
Yeah, 20 people in this store, and he was creating his own vibe. And so I'm thankful for that we all have the ability, even though you may not think you do. Like, you actually do have the ability to create your own vibe. And like what I mean by that, it's just like, even if what you're doing is so mundane and not that much happening, you have the ability to like make it fun. And
no, he was having a blast.
The people that do that, I'm also so thankful for, because they're showing everyone, this is, as far as we know, this is your one life. So up it up.
Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep. Oh, got me singing like.
Ski, if you tryna see what's up, ski. If you got a big butt, then say what's up, ski.
You went off the Ayaz vibe to Sexy Red. You swerved that car into the ditch.
I know. Okay.
No, but the crazy thing is, I just thought, what if that guy was like Jesus or something? Because why is why is it so connected?
Leave me alone. Okay, stop being annoying. Okay, but say what you're saying.
But why was his playlist so connected to that rich girl's birthday party I went to? Yes,
so
and then Jesse McCartney. Jesse McCartney also performed. She had two performers. She performed it. Eyaz performed and Jesse McCartney. Those were the two performers at her party.
What
and
you're saying right now is so funny, because I'm just picturing someone watching the podcast being like, wait, so like when you're kind of famous in LA, there actually is just like rich people that you get invited to the parties?
That actually was the case, yeah.
So Jesse McCartney was performing, and
I think
Eyaz?
Eyaz did the first part, and we were all like, oh my God, Eyaz, what the hell? And then Jesse McCartney came out, and it was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like, that was when you rush the stage and freak.
But okay, but this is the thing. I don't know if it was this vibe, but when these types of things like you're talking about happen on Real Housewives, it always feels awkward because it's like, there's only 10 people, but was this a vibe where there was like 100 people, so everyone's crowded?
The thing is, I knew this girl. We never hung out one-on-one. Like, she invited everyone who she even kind of knew. Like, she didn't care if I came or not. She just wanted bodies there for the concert.
Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Think she's a topic. Okay, but
no, but the one disappointing thing, if I remember correctly, Jesse McCartney did an acoustic set.
Oh.
So it didn't hit as hard. But yes, he had the full instrumental playing. How'd that one song? I also have written down Pretty Girls Replay and Solo. How did Solo go?
Oh. Wait, no.
Conjure It Up.
You can't play it.
Conjure It Up. Solo by Eyaz. I just know, if I'm gonna go solo... No, that's not
There's so many solo songs.
No, what
like,
is
I'm
it?
Really
I don't want to go solo.
Because his songs are such happy vibes.
I don't want to go solo. I think she says shoddy in this one.
Solo.
Shoddy, my girl. You my everything. What am I singing? You might have me now. You my everything. Oh. That was actually a song. I don't know if that was Eyaz, though. But wasn't I actually like channeling? That's a real song.
Yeah. You would channel. Yeah.
But I just want to say that I'm very thankful for Shoddy and that Eyaz used it a lot. Justin Bieber used it a lot. And sometime around the mid-2010s, it fell off everyone's radar. I don't know if it was a government cover-up, but nobody says Shoddy anymore. And I hope someone brings it back.
So if you're thankful for Shoddy, you're also thankful for swag. That's the same vibe.
Yeah,
I just remember Justin with that one song, swag on you. Doesn't he say something like that?
Yeah, while we're eating fondue. But I gotta say, I am, I guess, a little bit thankful for swag, but I'm more thankful for Shoddy, because I remember even when I very first heard Shoddy and it was the N word, I always just thought it was so funny because Shoddy, like even calling someone shorty, it's like, what? Like they just want to date all these shorties? Like that's what it's slang for, right? Shorty. But it's like Shoddy, like what? Like that's why it always was so funny to me. But then I guess we should have really been thankful during those Shoddy days, because now that's just been the new word is everyone just saying daddy in every song.
Oh, but the thing about it is that I honestly could picture Sexy Red's new song is called Shoddy because it just is fun bringing stuff back. And this would be the chorus for the Sexy Red song. I'm like it would be something like I'm his shoddy or like I'm the best shoddy in St. Louis. All these other shoddies be trying to pop up on me, but they have nothing on me.
You're picturing more of like a hard song. I'm picturing Sexy Red slowing it down a bit.
Oh,
like I'm picturing all this auto tune. I'll always be a shoddy. I'll always be a shot. Oh my God, that'd be so cute. Isn't she like 30 or something? What if it was her reminiscing on her high school boyfriend and saying, I remember when I was a shoddy. We had nothing to worry.
That would be
so good. 2003.
Okay.
And I was a shoddy.
I think it should be Sexy Red and Miguel though.
Oh, yeah,
Because
bring
he
him
sings,
in to bring the vibe.
Sure thing, and that kind of is the vibe that you're giving, I think.
And then I think the remix, once they want this song to get higher up on the charts, throw Iaz in.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm thankful for.
Also, it's stuff I'm not thankful for. Passcodes. It's like, okay, I'm done with all these passcodes trying to control us.
Oh, yeah, it's like, why is everything so private?
I know, it's like, then you have to remember all these passcodes, and then people say, but you can't write them down because then a government's going to steal them. It's like, what do I do with that?
I think I have the same passcode for everything. I don't know if that's safe to say publicly, but I'm more of that route.
You're just saying that as a joke, right?
Oh, that's a joke. They're all completely different and very hard to figure out. I mean, the only thing I really use a passcode for is like my PIN on my credit card, which like that's not even a big deal if someone figured out because like I would just ask for the money back.
But then it gets scarier because like when I was looking at apartments, there's some apartments and even your old apartment that you used to live at had this passcodes for your door.
Oh my God.
And then it gets to this thing where it's like, okay, I want to focus all my brain activity on like being creative and having fun. I don't want to remember all these passcodes. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I know. There was a passcode for the door of the apartment, and then we lived on the penthouse level, so there was a passcode to get in access to the penthouse level. So it's like, oh my God. I just want to go on the penthouse level.
Where Liana used to live. I'm just joking, but I think she might have.
But it is just a thing where it's like, how are we going to survive if our mind's filled with all these passcodes?
No, yeah, that's why I'm annoyed. I'm not annoyed about, you have to remember something. I'm just annoyed that all this, we have to remember all this stuff. It's like, I actually like, I was about to say.
What did you say? You're going to blow up everything?
I get what they mean when they said make America great again. Because it's like, I want to have no passcodes.
That's not even one of his things. What if that was, though?
I know, I'm just joking. But
he should hire somebody for his cabinet that is about, like, let's simplify all this password shit and passcodes and just say, like, it's so funny because it already is simplified. Like, all my passcodes are just in, like, an app.
No, but the thing about it is that we shouldn't be underestimating ourselves. Like, I actually believe that if we start, like, saying what we actually think, like, he could hire us as something. Because if you think about some of the people that he is hiring, like, I actually could see, like, people would be hating, saying, oh my gosh, there's 2 gay people that don't know anything. But it's like, I know what I want out of passcodes, and we're going to eliminate it.
Couldn't he hire us the LGBT cabinet?
Oh, yeah.
He says, he's like, y'all, like, I don't really F with the LGBT, but we do need their voice. Says, I'm going to hire these 2 gay people from Nebraska, and then we decide everything for everyone.
Okay, so
literally 2 white gays deciding everything for the whole LGBT community.
And then 3 weeks in, we get paid so much money by this Republican, and we do a speech. Okay, so we are all for gay people, but gay marriage isn't becoming legal anymore because he made our pockets so big.
I'd say we got paid off to say this,
but it's not legal anymore.
And so, LOL, it ain't gonna be a thing anymore. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So you're not thankful for passcodes.
Well, and another thing I'm just gonna get on my not thankful out. Daylight savings.
Oh.
And this is so overdone, but yesterday when it got dark at 5 o'clock, I was like, I am done.
I know it's actually like, we're supposed to be able to thrive in this environment. And yes, I could get up earlier. I'm not gonna do that.
I've been trying to, but like, then it's like, I'm the type of person where I love getting 9 hours of sleep. And if I want 9 hours of sleep, I have to go to bed at 10. That's so early.
Way too early. But you know how people were having all these conspiracies? Like, they have things that control the weather. They created these hurricanes. It's like, let's hope that's true because they need to start creating the sun to stay out longer and we won't have winters. Maybe that'll somehow ruin the environment. But what if it helps our mental health?
Yeah. Anything
else you're not thankful for?
Those are the 3 things I'm not thankful for. And I do have something to call you out. If this is not on your list, then you're actually just a liar. If the rocking chairs is not on your list, then you're just one big cop store.
I wasn't thinking of that, but that's one of my most thankful things ever. I need to be rocking. Like, I have this little recliner in my living room, and like whenever I'm editing, I'm just rocking on it. Like, I need to be in motion, is what I realized. And I even have memories of being in a swing as a kid. And I remember I said that to my mom, and she said, "No, you don't." She said, "You were so little." But it's like, I actually remember being next to a piano, and that's where the swing was, and I was swinging.
Yeah, I was mad about this because I said Lucas Butto say rocking chairs, and I had like 5 exclamation marks.
Oh no, I love a rocking chair. There's something about, like, if I think about sitting on a couch, like I know I'm sitting on a couch right now, and it's fine, but it's so much more comfortable being in a rocking chair.
And it is like it actually is something that's like one of your core things, because like whenever we go inside of a furniture store just browsing, you always say like, oh, like I swear you've said this before. One day I'm gonna get one of these.
And it's like
one of those really expensive ones.
It's like a $3,000 chair, but it's like because right now I have like a little like white trash recliner, but that rocks. But these are like fancy, like it rocks, and it's so bougie.
I would want one of those too.
I know, and apparently it's all good for your back.
But some of them are like $5,000.
Oh my God, we should put it on our Amazon wish list.
I know.
And if somebody wants to buy it, like,
I know, if someone wants to, like, we will give it to us.
Take out a loan and buy it for us.
Yeah, because like,
what if there's some like just person who has a bunch of disposable income and they really want to buy us it? Like, I remember one time this like 50-year-old man messaged me and said, "I want to buy a karaoke machine for you and your family." And I didn't take him up on it, but it's like, why didn't I?
Yeah, like, so I'd be down for one of you guys to buy us like a $5,000 rocking chair so both of us get our own. But I would just be a little bit awkward because it's like, okay, but like, if it was an old man, let's say, I would kind of think like, so like, I can like, we're just getting a free rocking chair. Like, there's nothing like we aren't gonna send you love letters.
Oh yeah, and even if like 2 months later they were like, how is it? I'd be like, I did not agree to like respond to you.
That's what I was saying. Like, I would even go as far as say like, okay, but like after this, like, I'm not going to find anything.
Yeah, it's like the gift for you is just us having the rocking chair.
No, I actually would send you like,
I would send updates.
No, I'd send like a photo once a year and it's like, oh my gosh, I still love this, by the way.
Oh yeah, even if it was in a video, I'd say like, go Robert, like it's still going strong, the rocking chair, love ya. Hope the family's good.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like if someone did buy me a rocking chair, I actually would be so thankful. So I would send like, to find this like one big ad to make someone buy us a rocking chair.
Like, bitch, buy it yourself.
No, it's like, I like you can just get it. Like just buy that shit. Okay.
But rocking chairs. Yeah, I love those. But okay, this is something that I'm thankful for. And I wrote this under my notes a couple weeks ago because I just randomly thought of it. I'm thankful for during COVID, when people on Twitter convinced famous singers that villages were singing their songs.
I love that.
Do you remember that?
This even happens. This happened like 2 years ago, even with Katy Perry again.
Oh, I remember that it happened with her during COVID. But did it happen again? She didn't get trolled again.
I thought it did, but
so
maybe
I actually feel bad for them because this was the very beginning of COVID when everyone was locked down, and it seemed like in Europe, like people were even more locked down than the US. So like they actually couldn't leave their apartments in some country apparently, and like they were all in this village, and all their balconies were facing each other, and someone was recording it, and you heard people singing. You heard people singing, "I've got the eye of the tiger," and then like you know, Katy Perry saw that and she was like, "This is beautiful." Like I never thought when I wrote "Roar" that it would help this whole village through the COVID lockdowns, and she probably was she probably just was filled with so much warmth, and she tweeted saying, "You cannot break the human spirit," with the video.
But like these people are assholes though, because she's just trying to be nice.
I know, like that's what's so mean about this, but I am still thankful for it. And then it's not just Katy Perry. It also happened to Madonna. I don't know what song these people were apparently singing for Madonna, but Madonna posted the video and said, "Let us all rise up." But it's just so funny thinking then they find out from their publicist or whatever, like, by the way, that was all just edited. But remember, I watched the videos and I understand how they fell for it because it seemed so real. Like, I don't know where they got they must have got audio from a concert or something of people just a cappella singing their songs, so it just sounded so real in the video.
I know, that just sucks because like they're just trying to like I just can't believe I would actually feel so dumb.
I know, but I'd also be like, yeah, just like what? But I think the thing where I wouldn't feel that bad if I was Katy Perry or Madonna. So somebody posted this as a joke, but then it got all these retweets and likes because other people believed it too. They were like, oh my God, this is so heartwarming. So then once it got to Katy Perry and Madonna, they were like, this is beautiful. But most people, I feel like, also believed it, you know?
That's true. I was just swallowing water.
It looks like you're drinking dirt water, but you had a coffee in that cup and then you filled it up with water.
Oh, yeah. So you know how last week we were talking about how Lucas blew a bag on this Nespresso?
No, $150.
Blew a bag.
I didn't even care.
I know. I was like.
It cost $150? Okay.
I know. I was like, okay.
Let's get it delivered.
It was like, I was on Super Ninjas.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't know why
I
that's
still have
sticking
the
to my
Super
mind.
Ninjas bag from that one episode. Let's get an espresso.
But what I was going to say about the Nespresso is it actually, it's so funny that I'm saying this, but it's actually better than like a Keurig and other coffee. Like, because thought it's more of like, oh, just like looks cooler and like maybe apparently it's brewed better, but it actually tastes better.
And that makes me thankful that you're saying that because it makes it so worth it that I spent so much. You know?
Yeah, I actually noticed a difference, so that's cool.
I've been adding milk into my coffee too, just to F it up a bit. I usually would always just have black coffee, but I'm becoming not into black coffee now.
I'm down for either black or with milk, but honestly, adding milk like is kind of the vibe of like, stick your tongue out, flip up. It's honestly the vibe of that one photo of that girl with chips on her head. It's like, you guys think I'm like, you guys are taking life so seriously, but I'm just fucking this shit up.
I know, it's like, let's all just fuck it up, shoddy.
Isn't that a song? Oh, just fuck it. Oh, no, it is.
But also even if it didn't add taste, when you add milk to coffee and it does that whole swirly thing, why would you not do it?
Oh, yeah.
Because that is just beautiful.
The only thing I don't like about the Nespresso is it's the same amount as like caffeine or whatever, but I wish I get why they make it so small because it actually like that's the actual coffee, but I like having big old portions of things.
Oh yeah, the most you can do
just add
is
water, I guess, after.
The most you can do is 8 ounces. Where Keurig's people are getting 12 ounces. Or even more maybe. So yeah.
Something that I'm thankful for is soft materials. I love a soft blanket. Soft materials, just like just soft beds, soft couches, soft car seats, but also like I'm not only talking about soft in a way of like plush, I'm also talking about soft when it's on your body, like these blankets that are so soft, and I just love, like, honestly, it just during these colder months is the only thing that it has your back.
Soft things. I wrote down heated blankets.
Same vibe.
Because I was just thinking, okay, a hot tub is great, but you get wet. You have to dry it off. The chemicals ruin your skin. You dry out your body. Heated blanket. The heated blanket, you plug it in and that's it. You wrap in it. It's like being in a hot tub. I actually don't use them that much because this is sort of RFK of me, but I am convinced they give you cancer. I have nothing to back this up. I even researched it and they said like there's no evidence, but kind of with RFK Jr. on this one. I know he hasn't even talked about heated blankets, but I'm assuming he wouldn't use the heated blanket because of cancer.
The reason why I wouldn't use a heated blanket is because I just have such a fear, and I think it's because in elementary school they tell you so many times all these fire hazards. I just have too much of a fear about it starting a fire. That's why if for some reason I started curling my hair, let's say for some reason I had such long hair, I actually wouldn't, because I just don't like the vibe of now I have to worry about that being unplugged. I just can't add these things into my life.
Oh yeah. No, I feel like they never, I guess they could start on fire, but I feel like they're more like the modern ones, like they would just turn off automatically.
That is true.
But our grandma also, I think she really F's with heated blankets, one of our grandmas, and she seems to be doing fine. So maybe I should just start incorporating them more.
They don't. Lucas, don't fall for the woke media,
The
please.
RFK Jr., like I just know he wouldn't use a heated blanket, and I listen to everything he says.
But he's not alpha like us.
He's not on the manosphere.
He's not alpha like us. He's not alpha like me. That'd be a good song. I'm picturing in this really like cunty voice saying, "He not alpha like me. He won't support your lifestyle like me. Does he make more money than your dad? No, but I do because I'm alpha."
Oh my God. I feel like this one, we've only been recording for 50 minutes, but I feel like there's 5 hit songs that if we were in a studio, like that would be a song to go to Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Like we already wrote some songs for Sexy Red.
It wouldn't be a single or anything. It'd be more of just a comedy track to throw into the album.
Yeah, it's more of a mixtape type thing.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm thankful for, which I kind of touched on earlier with the TikTok lives, psychic mediums. I feel like just I'm in a moment where I'm just so thankful they're a thing. Like,
Oh.
I randomly started watching Tyler Henry do these live readings on Netflix, and I used to hate on him and be like, he's just Googling these people, like they're famous celebrities and he's reading them. But now I'm to the point of like, he's real.
And also recently, we actually had a psychic medium experience, and I just loved it, even though we didn't go that deep because we didn't actually schedule a psychical medium section. We did tarot, and I just loved it so much.
Yes, this was actually for a video I filmed this weekend for my channel coming out in the next 2 weeks. We stood at this haunted hotel. We didn't even know.
Should we play a little preview so they know to watch it of us being so scared?
Oh, I can't do that. I'm not going to leak anything.
All right, because it'd
Then
be
the
funny
whole
if you
video
played
will
the
leak.
clip of me when I almost got hung by the ghost.
Oh, yeah, it's a scary one, guys. Just stay tuned. But I didn't even know that this bed and breakfast was owned by a psychic medium. Didn't she basically tell us right away? Like, we walked in and she said, by the way, I'm a psychic medium.
And she was like, you guys have bad auras, so can you guys increase that shit?
But it was a little bit sad because she's the type of psychic medium where she said she didn't want to conjure up our dead relatives because she said, I don't want to bring in energy. But it's like, girl, can you just do it once? Like, I want to talk to my dead Pomeranian.
But I didn't think about it because I don't have that ability as of now. But it made me realize, oh, I get you. Because if it is true that you can, see all these dead people and shit, I'm the type of person who would be too much for me. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it for some people that I actually know, but I don't know about these random people.
I know, she actually was the vibe of I don't charge people for readings. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to try to find these spirits because it's too much energy on her. But it also brought me to the Long Island medium. I remember always watching her TLC show, and now I feel like I need to find a medium and do a medium reading. Like, something about it, my soul is calling for it. So maybe there's a medium listening and we can have him on the pod.
That would be fun. I'm interested in it too, and I know that sounds really selfish. I actually do want to hear about deceased loved ones and stuff, but I also want to hear what they. I would like if it kind of turned into a psychic session also for me
so it's
personally.
oh my God, my dead great grandpa, but also what's gonna happen in my future.
Yeah, so what it kind of seems like is the vibe kind of they might be able to tell you they might say, so let's say we were talking to one of our deceased relatives. They might tell one of us, the medium would tell us that they said, okay, just keep doing what you're doing because you're on such a great track. You know how that's kind of a psychic type
Yeah.
thing? So I would kind of hope it turned into
But
that
I think
too.
I also really want to have a reading with an actual medium because what if they actually told you something that nobody knew, that the deceased person would only know? Then it would be so weird to be like, wait, so they're actually what? It would be actual confirmation. Shit is this world we live in is so weird. Where do we go after we die? That'd just be so cool actually experiencing that. Because I remember I did go to this psychic.
That would be so cool if it was so specific.
Because I remember I did go to one psychic medium lady when I was 19, and she didn't really. Trying to think, she didn't really give me anything where I was like, oh my gosh, only they would know that. She also was just a psychic, but she also was like, let me conjure up and see if there's anyone around you.
Yeah.
But she didn't really give me any info that was that shocking.
More just did your grandma or grandpa die or something?
What?
Was it more just your grandma and grandpa died?
Yeah,
or grandma.
something. But the one thing I remember her
saying. By the way,
saying.
there's something in your tooth.
What?
Yeah, I just noticed it. On the other side. You can't even really see it. I think. Smile.
I just flossed before this.
It's right in that one close to the two front teeth. Yeah, you have to do those ridges or whatever.
I guess I'll just leave it in.
It's just a coffee thing. I didn't even notice it.
But the one thing I remember that psychic telling me when I was 19 is she said, I just have this vision of you in this commercial or something, and you're smoking a pipe in this office. So that still is in my future, I guess, apparently.
In a commercial?
Yeah, she said it's a commercial.
Because
she was like, I don't know why.
It's part of a movie scene or something.
I know, she said it's a commercial. She was like, you're just going to be the new progressive lady or something.
I mean, honestly,
I'd be down.
I take back what I said. Being the new progressive lady would be sick.
I know, she just said I don't know what it is, but now I'm thinking marijuana is becoming more and more legal. Maybe I'll be the marijuana progressive boy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the thing about it is that she's just a psychic. She doesn't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. It might be in my next lifetime.
Wait, that's actually crazy. You know, Tyler Honey's a guy. It's so funny because when I picture psychic mediums, all I picture is women. All I'm picturing is women. I was just picturing you. It was
Yeah.
it
A
wasn't
woman.
a guy. Okay, yeah. So that I always just picture women.
Oh, but with him, I feel like it works because he seems so nurturing. Where if it was really like this macho guy, I'd be like, girl, I don't want a reading from you. Because I just don't picture that energy can contact the other side. You have to be very like open and airy and just, you have to have this one vibe that all those mediums seem to have.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that too so much.
Yeah, so thankful for psychic mediums.
I'm thankful for moisturizer. I'm just glad that I don't have to be dry because being dry is so uncomfortable. I'd rather be oily than dry.
Imagine if, there wasn't. Like, I remember even when I was a little kid.
I guess moisturizer is just like you could put aloe or coconut on your skin or something.
I remember when I was a little kid, like my ears and stuff would get so dry in the winter, and I knew there was moisturizer, but I didn't utilize it, and I would just be in pain all winter. So it's cool that like now I actually utilize it.
My hands would get so dry, and I remember thinking lotion was so annoying, and thinking it made me feel like a salamander.
Oh yeah,
but now I don't feel like that. But I did used to feel that so hard.
No, I just recently started putting lotion on after a shower on my whole body. I used to only do my face, but because I remember hating that feeling too. Like I remember the first time I did it, I put on jeans after putting lotion on my legs, and I was like, "This is disgusting."
Oh, yeah.
But like now I'm just used to it. And I also thought it would ruin all my clothes. Like I pictured all my clothes to have these wet patches from the lotion.
Do you rub it in?
No, but that's the thing. I realized like, oh, you just rub it in.
Do you jump to put jeans on?
I actually never do.
What? I always do. Because it's just so big.
What Beyonce song is that?
I think it's the Savage remix. She says, "If you don't jump to put jeans on, you don't understand my pain."
I've never jumped to put jeans on.
No, honestly, when I put jeans on, I'm just sliding them.
Then again, maybe if I'm back in my spray on skinny days.
Oh, you'd for sure have to jump to put those on.
To put those legging jeans on. If you actually had to jump to put on jeans, like I'm assuming that is a reality for some people, but that sounds so. I would never wear jeans. Why would you ever wear jeans? You have to jump to put them on.
But it's like a little bit of an exaggeration, like because when you think
actually jumping into the denim, like it also just it sounds like it hurts.
Wait, that's actually such a good point because when she says that, I always just like view it in this sense of like, oh, you have a big ass, that's funny, but actually picturing that actually I do get the lyric now, like you don't understand whole pain, like that actually would be pain.
I know, like you would never wear jeans, ever.
I'm thankful for all the love. That's just the most serious one. Like, I just feel like I actually do believe those people that say that love is more strong than fear. Because don't some people believe that it just is love and fear and every other emotion stems from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just actually believe that love is stronger than fear. So even if you think the world is so fearful, which sometimes it does feel like that, I think that just conjuring love in your house, like, will do something, and like maybe it's not visible right now what it does, but one day it'll pay off, I bet.
Was this promotion for Katy Perry's song off her new album, All the Love?
Wait.
All the love you found inside of me.
Yeah.
Came back to me, baby.
Yeah, it was.
All the love. If you sang that in the studio, they'd somehow be able to take out the annoying frequencies, right?
I also like, I could see a world where people like that type of singing.
Actually hurts my ears.
I feel like one person decided right then, okay, I'm not listening to the podcast ever again because you literally broke my car speakers.
What if that actually did? That reminds me of during like a few years ago, I just thought it was fun taking these like music production classes just as a hobby. And I was taking a class from Ryan Tedder. He's like an actual producer. He produced Greedy by Tate McRae. I didn't take like a one-on-one class with him. He has just this, master class, like those types of websites. You just pay $20. But he said that there's one, he actually threw some shade. He said there's this one female vocalist. He said, obviously I won't say who it is, but I have to do so much editing to their voice because it's a very piercing noise. He said it's just very like piercing and annoying before he does all the editing.
Okay.
So like, maybe people do go in the studio and go, I thought that sounded better.
Yeah, so there's like the thing about singing that I don't know anything about singing, but you can sing good, but it might not be pleasing to the ear, so people have to adjust their voices. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see, like you're hitting the notes and everything, but maybe it just The way the microphone's picking it up is so irritating that you'd have to remove some frequencies.
Talking about music, I'm thankful. So we haven't even heard it yet, but I'm just getting a really good vibe from this one article I read. I'm honestly thankful that Miley Cyrus is releasing another album. I feel like she's one of those people where I was just listening to her album that came out like 2 years ago, and I was like, she actually is an artist, and she's so original to me, her voice and everything, and kind of even some of the stuff she talks about, you could say is original. So I'm just actually excited for a new album.
Oh yeah, for every project she's released in like the last 10 years,
it's original.
It's actually just for her. Like she just has joy making it, and if like people like it, they like it. But it always just seems like she's doing it for her.
I know, and it just made me realize that I actually do think I don't really ever like think like I don't want to go to a Miley Cyrus concert, but weirdly, like I actually think she might be one of my favorite pop stars. Because the reason I'm saying weirdly is because over the past few years, it feels like she's not like doing like hit after hit. So I don't really like think about her as like an Ariana Grande type person. Because if you look at Ariana Grande in the past few years, she has like so many hits.
Whereas Miley is more just like doing it on her own terms.
Yeah, like she does have so many hits, but it's not like maybe she's not trying to create them so purposefully. I don't know. But yeah, she is such a good pop star.
Catitude.
Yeah, RuPaul's voice. I was just about to remember it, but
drop your attitude. You got catitude. I'm a bad bitch. That means I got catitude. If you don't hear what I'm saying,
And then RuPaul comes in and saying like, "Bust your nut while I'm fingering your butt."
He goes vulgar.
I know he went in with that voice.
Well, we've hit an hour, so I think we have to leave.
I have a few more things.
Oh, Sam, that's all we have the studio rented out for, though.
Nuts. I just love nuts. And I know everyone's thinking, oh my gosh, you're talking about nuts because you're gay? That's why if Donald Trump hired us to be the LGBT people, I actually would just be like, guys, can I just talk about nuts and you guys not make it gross?
I know. It's like, can people not? I thought you were going to go more down the path of, I'm being canceled because all of you guys have nut allergies. Like, yes, I like nuts, and yes, you can't eat them, but don't be mad at me. That's the path I thought you were going to go down.
Yeah. No, nuts. I just like actually love all the nuts.
Oh, they are good.
So good.
I have a peanut butter every day.
Now, next one. I honestly don't go in these that often, but I'm honestly so thankful for them. Bodies of water. Even man-made bodies of water. And saying man-made, women-made, whatever, they made. That'd be kind of funny. Like, okay, someone that's non-binary should make a big building and they should put on the front, it's not man-made, it's not women-made, it's they-made. I would love that just to cause a store. Someone needs to do that, a non-binary person.
I know, just to make people mad. Like, couldn't you even see, like, what if they founded a giant company and they did an interview with Forbes and they said, so you're the founder, and they said, what? They said, do not call me a founder. And they'd say like I'm a founder or something like that would be. They were to fuck with people. And they were actually serious. They didn't come off as a joke, but they were trolling. Like, yes, they are non-binary, but they're like, I'm just gonna cause a big stir. Like, everyone's gonna be so mad. Yes.
Yeah. And I actually just thought something kind of fucked up, but if someone did build this building. And whenever if anyone said man-made or women-made, like something really bad happened to them because like the building recognized it and like a rope came and like twirled them in a few circles.
That'd be iconic.
So bodies of water, I love that shit. Wait, yeah, bodies of water.
Oh yeah, you are a water sign.
That's the thing. I never go in bodies of water. Like, it's very rarely. Like, it's not often, but I do love a good body of water. Like, don't you love having the feeling of your whole entire body's underwater?
Oh, yeah.
And you're not restricted with any walls.
That is good, but I'm not a water sign, so probably isn't as intense.
Yeah, it's so different for me.
What is
Pisces?
Pisces. What is a Virgo? Air sign? Earth sign?
Let's see. I'm just getting the vibe of Virgo air. Virgo is an earth sign.
Oh, okay, so I'm very earthly. And then Scorpio's fire, I'm assuming. That's my rising.
Because I was going to say...
I have the earth and fire.
I was going to say maybe Virgo is fire because you always say, like, Cristiano is one, so, like, I'd picture her to be fire.
Oh, Cristiano's a Scorpio.
Oh.
But that's my rising.
Beyonce's a Virgo.
But my rising... Oh, that camera just turned off. That's pointing at me. But my rising is a Scorpio. So I'm a Virgo like Beyonce. That'd be a good rap. A Virgo like Beyonce, Scorpio rising like Jenner's. Got the Aquarius birth sign, like a. Wait. So I have everything. I'm an Earth sign Virgo.
You are everything.
Scorpio
We
fire.
are all everything.
And then Aquarius is water, I'm assuming. So I'm very balanced.
Yeah. The last thing I wrote is dreaming. Although it sounds exhausting thinking that our brains are always doing something, when I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I'm so thankful that we dream because we always are doing something. Because even when I'm sleeping, like, this sounds funny, but maybe I've already said this, but sometimes I actually get excited for my dream because it's like, what fucked up thing is my brain gonna make up today?
I know, it's just cool.
Not even fucked up. Sometimes it's good things. Like, I just think it's so much fun that you wake up in the middle of the night in the morning and you have a few memories of these fake things that your brain made up. And I think that's beautiful. And I don't even really get how we do get sleep if our brain's doing that. I don't understand it, but I'm thankful for it.
That is insane that all of us live and we all seem to be relatively functioning, but almost half the day or a big portion of the day, we're sleeping and we're in this chaos world. Like dreams are absolute chaos. The story doesn't follow a linear progression. You're in one place. The whole place gets swapped. You're in a new environment. You're with one group of people. Suddenly you're with this other group. You're upside down. Like everything's constantly changing. And we're just existing in that for a large portion of the day. Like you can handle anything.